Alrighty, so I'm gonna do a quick little video. I'll post this on my YouTube channel. Hey, I'm in Illinois. Um, I've got a full-on coat on. I drove down here in a sweater. Mind you, I came out here start of my trip. I was in a tank and jean shorts. Yesterday, that was as of hold on, wait. That was Saturday. I had the jean shorts, and the tank on. Sunday, when I stopped in Missouri, I ended up throwing on my stitch nightgown, long sleeve, and then I threw on a pair of leggings that I had with me in Texas while I was driving from Missouri to Illinois. I hired 2 more pairs of leggings, a pair of box of nylons, and a long sleeve shirt. Then today, I had to pick up a coat and gloves because I was like, damn, it's cold. I'll actually show you what's going for because a lot of you are my Texas viewers. The windshield's wet because that stuff falling there is beautiful snow. So I'm actually in the Rockford area. Bought this coat, it's large. Had to re-up my license because for some reason between Texas and Illinois, I lost it while I was packing up the truck and moving stuff from the room to the truck. So, and then I'm gonna be staying at a hotel for about 5 nights. I don't remember what I booked, but anyway, I'll be staying at a hotel. I only have Alice with me. I can see my baby girl. So I only have Alice with me right now. I'm trying to get this truck dropped off. This Penske truck, I gotta drop it off in Rockford if I can. I'm gonna see if I can change it from Joliet to Rockford. I gotta do that tomorrow. I gotta look for a lawyer tomorrow in Texas. I know lawyers aren't gonna be open. I'm gonna try to get up to Boone County Courthouse tomorrow if possible and leave her in the room while I'm gone. As long as I sleep in the bed, she should be fine. I'll leave the TV on like I always do. There was no issues with her in Galveston. There were no issues with any of the... Oh, well, Dozer, she tears up a lot of shit. There was no issue with her in Galveston. She knows what to do. She's 9 years old. She's the baby. She's not even a baby anymore. But she's still one of mine. So, Little G and Dozer have gone with my ex-husband. So he actually currently has them right now, which I'm kind of grateful for. I hear the stepson is liking Little G to the point of where he's already told me apparently Little G really doesn't walk in the house that much, which is kind of normal when you have a tiny, tiny dog that is cute and adorable and very inbred. My husband's like, you're picking him up, right? I'm like, yeah, when I get my own place. I said, but if he likes them, I said, I'll do a deal with you. You can take him for payment for a couple things that you have purchased for me in the past that I still owe you for. Said we can do it that way too. That's up to him if that's what he wants to do. I don't care. So I'm gonna head to the hotel probably around like 5 tonight. I'm just gonna try to chill out in the Rockford area. I can't really do too much. I got the dog in the car here and I don't want her to freeze. I don't like to freeze either. So last night I actually slept at the South Beloit rest area. So I slept there. I can tell my allergies are bad because my ears are starting to pop. I'm looking for options for cars at this point. I actually stopped at a dealership that me and the ex-husband bought we bought our Terrain, the truck, and the minivan through. So I may make a trip out to Delavan in a couple days. They're willing to work with me as long as I get an acceptance letter from where I work at that they're, I'll just have to email it to them. They just want to know the pay, the hours, all that, and they're willing to approve me for a vehicle with little money down. I told him, I said the max I could probably spend on a down payment is $1,000. That's kind of why I'm looking at like Rogues, because Nissan Rogues, I mean, depending on the year and the mileage, 21s are going for about 16, 22s are going for about like 18, 23s are going for about 20, 24s are going for about like 25. So 10% is $1,000. 10% of 20,000 is 2,000. So as long as I can put $1,000 down, which means I'm gonna have to rent a car to get to and from where I'm working at, and then save up the 1,000. So I do have a savings account attached to my checking account right now. I actually will put money in. I'll put probably 500 one check, and then 2 weeks later put another 500, and then hopefully I can get up to Delavan and figure out how we can get a car. So, and I will. Delavan is actually Wisconsin area. Currently, it's probably about like 45 minutes away. Otherwise, I'll find out what I would, what they'd want down, and I want the specific numbers so I know what to save up for. Because then, yes, once I have the car payment going, then yes, I also have to pay for my room in Illinois here in Rockford, and then I still have to pay for dog food. I still have to, pay for food. I still have to do stuff. I still have to go to work. I still have to, make my lunch. I still have to, keep myself stocked. And then, of course, I'm meant to talk to them every 2 weeks. So pay 2 weeks at a time with one check, and then pay the car payment, and then figure out how I'm going to do that, because I also might have to try to reapply for Link out here. Because if I make over 2,000, I will actually qualify for Link again. Only situation is that I have to use the Belvedere dress, no matter what. So it's going to be kind of fun. So I am going to have to see if I can qualify for food stamps once I make, if I make, multiply what I'd be making with my hours, I can sit there and say, yeah, I will make a decent amount. I just have to, when it comes down to the insurance, I have to go with the cheapest plan I can afford for myself that covers everything I need to have covered. So, and I have to read that stuff. See, I always went with the most expensive because I was like, yeah, I got the money. No, I don't. So I'm learning to live on a budget. So I have to factor in gas, and I have to factor in maintenance on the car, oil changes and everything. Otherwise, I call up to my ex, hey, by the way, the car needs an oil change. You know, pad the filter and everything for you. I mean, usually it's, if I go through Cunis, I get my first oil change free. I can probably go to the one in Belvedere and get my oil change done. I realized I slept in my hand last night, and I'm feeling it coming back. So, and this usually is about a day and a half. When I sleep on my hand, and I slept on it almost the majority of the night. Then yeah, but yeah. So I'll probably see if I can do that, get some stuff done. I'm also looking for lawyers too in Texas for a civil case for the accident in October 7th. I technically have 2 years to file, so I'm not even within. I'm only a couple months into the first year, so. And he had no insurance, so that is an outside right there. So, alrighty. I'm just checking the time, so I know what time I gotta start heading to where I'm staying for the night. So, yeah. Like I said, I had to re-buy a day today. That wasn't fun. I had to buy gloves, had to buy a coat. Like I said, it's large. I don't like coats. I've never been a fan of coats. I prefer the vests. But due to the fact the vests were a little bit more than the coat, this was like $17 for a large. And I'm like, the vests alone are like $25. I was like, I gotta go with a coat. So I went with a coat. It'll be fine. I mean, granted, it'll probably get dirty. I don't care. Stop. Sorry. Alice. Lala. Cat. Kid or cat? Sorry, she's self-barbering, which isn't a good thing, so I don't know if it's stress from this move or whatever. But yeah, so, because I had to go, like I said, I had to go to the DMV and get it replaced. I said, yeah. I said, he ain't going to give it back to me. I said, I can guarantee it. I said, for whatever reason that he'll give, that he won't give it back to me. He probably is going to hold it hostage until whatever. Which is perfectly fine, but that is an illegal offense, too, to hold it hostage. can't just hold something hostage because for whatever reason. And I like when people do that. So, and I realize my lips are more chapped since I've come out here. I hate chapped lips. I really do. It's a pain in the butt. That's why I get the Vaseline and shit and use it. So, alrighty. So to all my Texas fans, y'all stay safe out there. I hear y'all getting a cold spell. It's like 22 degrees out here. I've been in a cold spell. Like when I was in Missouri, it was 17 overnight, and I slept in a truck. It was 17 degrees with a blanket, where I turned the heat on once in a blue moon just to get it warm. Same thing last night. That's why I'm like, I gotta get a room tonight. I can't do this. So because I need to shower. I need to be human again for like 5 minutes. And my dog is still doing the self-harm, so I think she's stressed out. She saw Daddy today. She saw her brother chirping. So a lot of my friends are contacting me to come back home here in Illinois, and she just fell off the passenger seat. Are you okay, baby girl? So yeah, my ex-husband bought water for her, and I said, I still have the last gallon that you bought me. I was in Texas. I said, I'll get that with me. So yeah, I got a gallon of water for her. So when we get to the room tonight, I'm gonna set up her dishes. Since I have them set up in the back end of the truck, so I can let her into the back end of the truck to go eat at night and in the morning, and then get her up right here, and then we take off. All three of the dogs have been doing that way. So I just realized snow is gathering on the truck, and I'm like, damn, I have to invest in a snow brush. So this is gonna be kind of fun. I'm like, oh, all the stuff I gotta invest in that's in my storage right now. And I'm like, it's gonna be easier for me to invest because apparently, I went there today and apparently it's locked, and I'm like, I knew payments were going out and apparently something stopped, so I gotta figure out when the payments stopped with him, because either that or he stopped accepting my payments. So I'm going to figure that out when I get a few minutes tomorrow. Actually, I'm going to call him tomorrow. So I'll let him know, hey, I'm back in Illinois. I was in Texas. I don't think they knew I left to go to Texas. But yeah, I got a lot to do tomorrow. I'm going to see if I can go up to the courthouse in Boone County. I believe they're open tomorrow because I need to get that divorce decree so I can physically read everything in that divorce decree. So, alrighty, well, y'all in Texas, stay safe. I know you guys are getting a cold snap. If you're out here in Illinois, let's enjoy the snow together. Let's cuddle up with some coffee and some hot cocoa.